Good evening, I'm Noah M. Horwitz filling in for Sophia Arena, and this is our Texpatriates Week in Review. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving. She's in Houston, I'm in Boston. The other members of the editorial board were in Houston this week, and I unfortunately wasn't able to come back for the holidays. But now we're spread around the country: Austin, Boston, New Orleans, Houston. Because of the Thanksgiving holiday, not that much news happened this week. The City Council skipped its weekly meeting, but a few major actions still occurred, namely at the statewide level. And a huge reversal, first and foremost, 2 months ago, the Texas National Guard began to offer comprehensive benefits to same-sex partners of its soldiers. In August, the federal government ordered the military to begin issuing the unencumbered benefits, but many states, including Texas, refused to do so, citing the state constitutions banning recognition of same-sex relationships. After months of pressure, specifically from the Pentagon and the Defense Secretary, Texas acquiesced to federal pressure, and the benefits began being issued just in time for Thanksgiving. Additionally, Democrat David Allamiel threw his hat into the ring to challenge U.S. Senator John Cornyn. Allamiel, who owns a chain of dental centers, will face off against Michael Fetland and Maxie Shear in the Democratic primary. The Democratic candidates, all of them lack political experience, so it'll be a pretty uphill battle for them in the general election in order to make the race competitive. Around the state, disgraced former judge Christopher Dupuy of Galveston announced online that he would be taking what was ostensibly a vacation to Jamaica in apparent violation of his probation. Dupuy, who was removed from office earlier this year in a plea deal following multiple charges of abuse of office and corruption, has not been arrested at press time. In Harris County, the Democratic primary for district attorney has become interesting this week as perennial candidate Lloyd Wayne Oliver announced he would run again for the post. Oliver, a defense attorney, had just run countless times before as both a Democrat and a Republican. He won last year. He defeated an attorney named Zach Fertitta in the primary. It was a big upset for the Democratic establishment, and he lost the general election horribly. He'll face off against Kim Ogg in the primary. Ogg is a well-respected attorney. The winner will challenge the incumbent DA, Devin Anderson, who is a Republican, assuming she survives her primary. And a Republican primary for a state house seat was also in the news this week. Representative Sarah Davis, Republican, whose district includes Meyerland, Bel Air, West University area, drew a significantly more socially conservative primary challenger in Bonnie Parker. Davis drew the ire of many in the Republican Party establishment when she voted against HB 2, the omnibus anti-abortion bill, only Republican in the entire state legislature to vote against the bill. It was well received within her socially moderate but fiscally conservative district, but put her at odds with a lot of people, including primary voters. In city news, Houston Fire Department Chief Terry Garrison announced he wouldn't be resigning at the end of the year like he had previously indicated. A native of Phoenix, Garrison had said that he was going to return home to help to take care of his ill grandson. The family has since decided to move the entire family to Houston, where there are some better hospitals, so he'll stay on as fire chief. He's the only fire chief that Mayor Parker has appointed during her long tenure in office, and has led a relatively non-controversial department with good relations with the mayor. Texpatriate, of course, wishes his ill family member complete and speedy recovery. Additionally, the city has ended long-standing litigation with an assortment of strip clubs ever since the passing of a somewhat comprehensive ordinance about sexually themed businesses in the late 90s that regulated them. There's been constant legal battles over this. Under the settlement, some of the strip clubs will be exempted from some of the provisions, such as a 3-foot rule or a ban on full nudity, while other important ones, like a ban on private rooms, will continue to be enforced and will be concurred to by the clubs. Additionally, they will collectively contribute $1 million to the HPD Human Trafficking Fund. Texpatriate also welcomed opinion articles by me under my Civil Affairs column. It was published in a college newspaper up here in Boston, and its new home will be Texpatriate. I'm not sure exactly how often it will be published. We also finished our runoff endorsement series this week. We support Michael Kubosh for the Houston City Council in at-large position number 3. That's our week in review.